My dead girlfriend is still posting and she knows where I am. It started with a notification. Emily just posted a new photo. I stared at my phone, my breath catching in my throat. My hands went cold. Emily had been dead for 6 months. My mind scrambled for an explanation. A glitch? A cruel prank? My hands shook as I tapped the notification. The image loaded, a dark, grainy shot of my apartment building. My bedroom window. Taken from the street. The caption, "I see you." I felt something coil in my stomach. I scanned my darkened apartment, heart hammering. Someone had to be messing with me. I rushed to the window, peering out into the night. The street was empty. No cars. No movement. Just the wind rattling a loose street sign. I called her parents. My voice shook as I explained, but they were just as confused. They hadn't touched her account. No one had. Her phone had been buried with her. I reported the account. Blocked it. Tried to convince myself it was a hack. But a week later, another notification. Emily just posted a new photo. I didn't want to look. But I did. My car, sitting in the grocery store parking lot. Taken that day. Caption, "You forgot the milk." A chill ran down my spine. My stomach nodded. I had, in fact, forgotten the milk. How could she know that? My first thought was surveillance. A stalker. Someone watching me. I scanned the parking lot, heart hammering, but there was no one. Just rows of empty cars, shadows stretching long under the flickering streetlights. I tried logging into her account myself, but the password had been changed. I contacted customer support, desperate for answers. They finally replied, "This account was accessed from a device last used 6 months ago." My chest tightened. That was the last time I had seen her alive. That night, I locked my doors. Shut my blinds. Refused to check my phone. But at exactly 3 a.m., my screen lit up. Emily just went live. My stomach dropped. My fingers hovered over the screen. I knew I shouldn't click it. But something pulled at me. Some horrible, sick curiosity. I tapped the notification. At first, nothing. The screen was black. Then, movement. A shaky, disoriented view of wooden walls. Splintered. Uneven. The edges were packed with dirt. My breath hitched. It looked like the inside of a coffin. Something shifted in the darkness. A soft, rasping breath filled my speakers. Not mine. Then her voice. Weak. Broken. "Let me out." The feed cut to black. I threw my phone across the room. My whole body trembled. The next morning, I drove to the cemetery. The air felt wrong, thick and heavy, pressing down on me like a weight. I expected to find something, a disturbed grave, a broken headstone, something, but her grave was untouched. The dirt was packed firm. Unmoved, I let out a shaky breath. Maybe I was losing it. Maybe this was grief twisting my mind. But then, my phone buzzed. One new photo. I nearly dropped it when I saw the image. It was me, standing at her grave. Caption, "Almost there." I didn't go home. I checked into a cheap motel, desperate to put distance between me and whatever this was. But the messages didn't stop. Every night at 3 a.m., another update. "It's cold down here. Why did you leave me? He won't let me out." I stopped reading them. I stopped sleeping. My reflection in the motel mirror became someone else, hollow-eyed, haunted. My friends told me to get help. But I knew this wasn't in my head, and then, last night, she posted another video. The feed was chaos. The screen shook violently, like the camera was in frantic hands. Darkness, shifting. The sound of digging, then, Emily's voice. Sobbing. "Please. I don't want to be here anymore." Something moved behind her, a sound, a deep, rattling breath, then, a voice that didn't belong to her. Almost time. The feed cut off. I couldn't take it anymore. I had to know the truth. I grabbed a shovel and drove back to the cemetery. The wind howled, rattling the iron gate as I stepped into the graveyard. I didn't stop. I didn't hesitate. I dug. My fingers trembled around the wooden handle as dirt flew into the air, landing in messy piles. Then, my shovel hit wood, my breath caught, the coffin was there. But something was wrong. The wood was cracked. Splintered from the inside, deep claw marks raked the lid. I swallowed a scream. My shaking hands pried the lid open. It was empty, the phone in my pocket vibrated. My body screamed not to look. But I did. Live now, Emily. The screen was pitch black. But the breathing, slow, ragged, echoed in my ears. Then, a whisper. Close. Too close. He let me out. A branch snapped behind me. A slow, deliberate step. I didn't turn around. I didn't want to see what had crawled out of that grave. And then, the live stream ended. If you made it this far, you're braver than I am. But tell me, what would you do if a dead loved one started messaging you? Would you reply? Or block them? Let me know in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because trust me, you won't want to miss what's coming next. Sleep well. If you can.